Hello again. On behalf of Firefly Ministry and the Decatur, Tennessee Seventh-day Adventist Church, we want to welcome you to this week's preview of Pastor Shelton's message. We do hope that you're having a very good and a blessed week. The Declaration of Independence, the very birth certificate of our nation, begins with these words: "When, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bonds which has connected them to another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation." This, the first paragraph of the Declaration of Independence, is the foundation of the American Revolution. The lamb-like beast of Revelation 13, coming up out of the earth, was born. The preamble goes on to say, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." Later in the Constitution, these unalienable rights were further defined in what we now know as the Bill of Rights. Proposed following the bitter 1787 and 1788 debate over the ratification of the Constitution, and written to address objections raised by anti-federalists, the Bill of Rights added specific guarantees of personal freedoms. They were intended to limit the government's power not specifically granted by the Constitution. The First Amendment of the Bill of Rights guarantees freedom from laws restricting the practice of religion and freedom of expression without governmental interference. It also assured the right to peaceably assemble. It delegated to the Supreme Court the responsibility to interpret the extent of the protections afforded by these rights. But that lamb-like beast of Revelation 13:11 would soon begin to speak and act as a dragon. Today, our constitutional guarantees are under assault. Without question, the government's reaction to COVID-19 has restricted individuals' freedoms in their practices and expressions of religious faith. And, with the rise of the woke generation, free expression of speech has taken a back seat to politically correct speech. Today's diversity and inclusion environments give pause when trying to determine the appropriate gender pronoun to use when addressing someone. Even this past Wednesday, a Supreme Court struggled to determine how the First Amendment applies to public schools' powers to punish students for social media posts while off campus. This week, Pastor Shelton's message is entitled, "Freedom of Speech Attacked." In it, he uses the prophecies of the Holy Scriptures to magnify certain free speech issues and help us to determine how they impact the close of Earth's history. This message will then lay the foundation for a follow-up message concerning another sign indicating Jesus' soon return. We do hope that you can be part of our live sanctuary service this Sabbath, but if not, be sure to join us here either on the Facebook or YouTube channels as Pastor Shelton presents his message, "Freedom of Speech Attacked." Until then, have a blessed week.